Today we are starting with 43rd question of 2023 paper. So the question is, which one of the following statement best reflects most logical, rational and crucial message conveyed by the passage? Option A, climate justice should be ingrained in detail in the rules of all new climate compacts agreements. So climate justice should be there in any of the agreement moving forward. Option B, environmental resources are unevenly distributed and exploited across the world. It is about environmental resources which are exploited. Third, there is an impending issue of dealing with huge number of climate change victims, climate refugees, related to climate refugees. Climate change in all its connotations is mostly due to developed countries and therefore their share of burden should be more. So they are saying in relation to climate change, they are talking about climate refugees, developed countries and environmental resources. It is kind of little different. And then they are talking about climate justice. We'll see what is the passage says. Along with sustainable lifestyle, climate justice is regarded as significant principle in environmental parlance. So here they are saying about climate justice, that is important. Okay, we'll see. So lifestyle is important and climate justice is also important. Both the principles have bearing on political and economic choices of a nation. So it depends on socio-economic choices. So far, in our climate change summits or compacts, both the principles have eluded consensus among nations. So far we are not considering it. Justice in the judicial sense is well defined. So what is justice? It is well defined. However, in the context of climate change, it has scientific as well as socio-political connotations. So, but in case of climate change, it is having a socio-political conditions also to be considered. The crucial question in the next few years will be how resources, technologies and regulations are used to support the victims of a climate change. So next question is how to support them. Justice in climate is not confined to actions relating to mitigation but includes the wider notion of supporting for adaptation to climate change and compensation for loss and damage. So justice is what? Climate change justice is what? It is the mitigation, adaptation and compensation is what they are saying. So basically they are talking about climate justice, and justice have a socio-political impact, and we have to moving forward resource and all we have to practically this thing, and then we have a climate justice should include mitigation, adaptation and compensation. This is the thing they are saying. So we'll see the question option now. Okay, climate justice should be ingrained in detail in the rules of all the new climate compacts and agreements. This is what they're kind of talking. We'll see. Environmental resources are unevenly distributed and exploited across the globe. This was not the main theme. They are saying moving forward you should do. They didn't say what happened because of that. This is wrong. There is impending issue of dealing with so they are talking about climate refugees, but they didn't talk about dealing of climate refugees. Then next is developed countries. They didn't mention anywhere like it is only of developed countries alone. So mostly I'll go with option A. If any alternative option, kindly comment below.